So, hello, Brandy. So we're
Yeah.
winding down to our last couple of sessions. Um, so I just wanted to see exactly how you've been doing.
I've been doing good.
That's good. Um, and how's your workouts been? Are you still working out as much?
I've actually cut down on some of my workouts.
That's good. And how have you been socializing?
So I've been trying to get out a little bit more. Just start small. Do like more gatherings with smaller gatherings than in larger spaces.
That's great. And how has it been going with making friends?
I actually just met someone that was really, really nice for my job. And we get along so well.
That's awesome. So have you been hanging out with the person?
Yes. I have. We talk on the phone a lot. She comes over. I go over to her house. Um, you know, oh yeah, it's working out pretty good.
That's good. I'm glad to see that you're making friends. So tell me about the cutting down in the workouts, about you decreasing your workouts.
So yeah, so what I did was off of the goals that we had set to minimize my workout, I decided that it would be, maybe best to cut from going so many times a week to maybe if I'm able to go. So if I get to the gym once a week, twice a week, great. That's like my max of going. And I don't tend to stay as long as I usually used to do. So I cut, I might if I go um on Monday, I may do only arms and legs. And if I go on, say, Friday, I'm trying to work more on cardio. So I just kind of broke it up so that I wasn't doing that extensive workout. Um, yeah,
That's good. That's good that you decreased your workouts and that you're still working out, but just that you decrease it and that you're breaking down. I think that that's great because I know for me, sometimes I work out too, and I know that your body has to rest,
yeah.
and you,
Yeah, and I
you have
do
to.
more, I figure, you know, it'd be better for me to do more outside, especially with it being nice now. So my new friend, sometimes we'll go to like the local park and we'll do like some walk around, like they have like this trail and we'll do walks outside and I find that really refreshing.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good that you're socializing and getting physical activity. That's great. Um, and so, how have you been doing in terms of your protein shakes? Are you still?
So I cut back on my protein shakes as well. I have actually started increasing my appetite a little bit. So now I eat dinner and I eat breakfast and I just have a protein shake during the course of the middle of the day just because that tends to be a hectic time for me. So it's
Mhm.
easier just to grab a protein shake and drink it during that time frame. But now I get up and I eat breakfast before I leave the house, and then I make sure I have like a balanced dinner when I come home.
That's good. And how is school going?
It's going good. I still have to deal with people picking on my body structure, but um, I feel like I'm a little bit more in a positive headspace, so it hasn't really been bothering me as much as it was.
That's great because I remember when we first started doing the sessions that you had like a lot of concerns and anxiety about that. Have you been able to develop any coping skills or used any coping skills in regards to that?
Yeah, so I do use the count backwards. I just kind of do a like a breathe and count technique. I think, you mentioned that in one of our sessions, and so I started using that, and that really helped a lot. When I start to feel tensed up, especially if I'm going out with my best friend or my new friend, somewhere, and I feel like it's too much and too many people, I just kind of do the internal countdown and just breathe until I feel my body relax, and then I'm able to enjoy myself again.
That's good. I'm glad that you were able to use some of the coping skills to help with that, um, to help with you possibly feeling nervous or anxious. It's very important. And so, how are things going? I know that you stated you're doing good in school, and I know that you were stating during last session that you were that you wanted to go to college. That was like one of your goals was to go to
Yes,
college.
yes.
And how's it going in that area, in that aspect of your life?
So I start next fall at Roberts Wesleyan, and I'm super excited. I'm still kind of coming to terms of leaving, my siblings and, staying on campus, but like I said, it's somewhere close, so I'll still be able to see them. I'll still be able to be, you know, a key player in, active in their life. So I'm trying to look at it from a positive perspective than to dread it. So
That's great. Um, and have you been able to visit the college?
I did. I went and they had like a orientation, and so I went to the orientation. I got to tour the college, just kind of see the campus itself, and it's absolutely amazing. It's beautiful.
It's good. And so, what were your feelings like when you were on campus?
Oh my gosh, I felt like new beginnings. Something different. Everybody was so nice. Um, I wasn't as worried as I thought or nervous as I thought I would be. The staff was really, really nice and helpful. And, any questions we had in regards to us doing our paperwork or getting things started for financial aid, housing, they were like helpful.
Okay. And so, I know that we touched on you socializing and having friends. Um, how has the relationship been with your mom and with your brothers?
Oh, as my relationship with my mom and my siblings has always been great. We continue to build off of each other, we support each other, and I think that is like one of the key pieces that continues to keep me grounded because I know essentially if things do go left, I have them to rely on and to lean on.
That's good. That's really good. It's really important to have that support in your life. Um, and that I'm glad that you're taking the steps that you're taking.
Yeah.
Um, that's awesome. And so I know that you made new friends, that your relationship is good with your family. Have you been able to just to venture out and go to the mall with your best friend, um, or do any other activities with your best friend?
Yep. So I am still going out places with my best friend. The mall still a little bit it's still one of those things that I'm, working on to try to achieve that. But, we made a pact that we would, try to take it one step at a time. And that's just kind of what we've been doing. We go to smaller events and I'm okay. But it bothers me a little bit to be in like bigger establishments and buildings and with a lot of people. It makes me nervous and anxious.
And it's okay to feel that way. Um, it's definitely okay to feel anxious. But one thing that you might want to try is maybe do the same coping skills that you did when you were in school, um, in terms of just helping with that anxiety. Um, that might help. Have you thought about doing that?
Well, I'll try that. Instantly, you know, this is one of those things I think because it's just like a second nature for me to respond that way. It's one of the ones that's harder for me to let go of. But I'll try that. I'll try to do the, internal count and breathe and see if that helps to um, you know, calm me down some.
So it seems like you're doing great. We still have just like a couple of sessions left before we terminate the therapy. Are there any goals that you like to work on?
I think just continuing to focus on, me using different techniques to relax and cope is all that I'm really, that I think I want to work on.
Okay, so we can work on that, and I'm glad to see that you're doing great. Um, so we will see you during your the next session,
All
since
right.
we do have a couple of sessions left. Okay.
Perfect. Absolutely.
All right.
Great.